everybody, Tim here at Doc's Autos. If you have not yet hit like and subscribe, please do. I guarantee it's going to be a good time. If you already have and are back for more, thank you very much. Today we're going to be working on the Challenger here behind me, but before that we've got to clean up the shop because it's kind of a mess. We've got a tractor there, we've got a big camper, we've got a pickup, and the Bobcat somewhere. Yeah. But we're going to work on the Challenger. We're going to start taking the interior off and the doors and whatnot. So while I go ahead and get this mess cleaned up, let me drop a little advertisement or contest here from the folks over at Super Clean. Alrighty, real easy contest here. You don't have to do much except go ahead and comment on the video below. What we're doing is the folks over at Super Clean reached out to me and said, hey, we want to send your viewers some cool stuff. So, like I said, all you have to do is comment on the video below. And at the end of this contest time, which I think I'm going to set for Halloween. Yeah, Halloween of 2021. That'll be the ending date for this contest. You will get, if your name is chosen, a bottle of the original Super Clean and a can of the Super Clean aerosol sent out to you by the folks over at Super Clean. Again, that's all you've got to do. It'd be great if you would like this and share it on your social media and all that good stuff, but all I'm going to do is say go ahead and comment below on the video, and that'll get you included in this contest. And I will take the list of everybody who has commented, draw names out of a hat, do a dinosaur race, who knows. But I will pick a winner and send you your information over to the Super Clean folks, and they'll send you out some good stuff. No spam, no garbage, just good free products from Super Clean. Alrighty, it has been a while since we've worked on the Challenger here. We've had some other stuff going on. Been to some tractor shows. If you haven't yet, check those videos out. Cool stuff there, old steam engines, historical fun stuff. Yeah, go ahead and check those out. It's kind of dark over here. I need more lights still. Really? Okay, so we've done some work on the Challenger, we've done some work on the old Chevy, and most recently with the Challenger, I did this off camera because it was kind of a pain in the butt to show on camera, is the oil pump had seized up and the relief valve was stuck. So whenever we tried to start it, it would just puke its oil all over the floor. Luckily the floor is still dirt, but it took a little bit of trying to figure that out. And now that that has been resolved, the car runs, it idles. We've got the transmission fluid flushed out, oil's been changed, fresh oil filter. Transmission fluid was swapped out, and that seems to work much better now that there's transmission fluid in it to the full level, and that's not a pink, white, Pepto-Bismol looking disaster. So now we figure the engine's pretty well sorted. We know it runs, we know it goes forward and backwards, and it will stop on the brakes, kind of. Let's just see how much brake fluid's in here. I refilled it a while ago. No, the front one's, yeah, kind of empty again, so it's clearly leaking brake fluid somewhere. Where, I'm not sure, because I don't see any spots. The other thing, the power steering pump leaks somewhere. I put some leak stop in there, but I don't think that's going to help a whole lot, because when you turn the wheel, it squirts out onto the header, and everything gets all smoky. So, more things to work on. We also got a new patch panel in here from Auto Metal Direct. We have it, oh, it's behind the Bobcat. Oh, there it is right there. We have this area here to patch in. So we will be working on that as well. Probably could have worked on that now, but I didn't. I'm gonna start tearing more stuff out of the car. So our plan for this video here is to at least get the doors off and probably strip them down in another video just because this door is pretty good, needs to be cleaned up. Gotta make sure we save our sticker here. But the passenger door has some damage on it. So I wanna try and get both these doors off. This wonderful tint. I don't think Darren will mind. And the seats out. So that's gonna leave us with the carpeting and the dash and the headliner, which I think the headliner is gonna be another challenge for another day. It's in good shape, but it may need to be some care taken with it, just because it is still original and it is in decent shape. And we have this new roof, of course, that goes on there. So that's why we're taking out all the interior, because we've got to go ahead and brace our body and on each doors, and then crossways, and then up here, to make sure we don't have any wiggle or flex when we start cutting off the roof. So for that, we'll end up getting the car up into the shop and welding in all those supports up there. Not the shop, the garage. We'll get it up to the garage to weld in all those supports so we know everything is flat and level and not on this rough shop floor. So in order to do that, we're also taking out the glass. You can see I got the glass from the 52 out without any real issue. You can go check that video out if you want, but we're getting close to having the Challenger almost to a point where we can go ahead and strip off that roof. We do have the new rear trunk valance in here as well, or filler panel. So that is nice because you can see we have rust here, which I'm sure this tape's been on here for 30 years, and we'll need some help to get it ready for reassembly. But you can see there's rust here. We know there's more rust around it. There we go. There's the bad stuff. Yeah, right there. Look at that. That's what happens when your car sits outside and rusts and somebody cuts holes in your roof. Yep. Yeah. Anyways, passenger side, little dent here to deal with. Down here there is some rust to work with. This is nothing we can't simply patch in. We don't need a new door skin or a new door in its entirety. Just going to be a lot of work to get it prepped and ready to go. But again, the inside is complete and not broken or cracked, except for one little nick in the rubber. That's actually pretty hard, so maybe we'll look at replacing that if it's available. Otherwise, seat comes out, back seat comes out. There's more spare parts in there. And let's quit talking and start working. Alrighty, well, it's not the best method, but you know what, it's gonna work. Spare tire from the pickup, wife's bags of potting soil. Basically, I wanna have something to support the door as it comes off the hinges and doesn't just flop down on the ground. But what we have is a handful of 9/16 bolts. We've got 2 up here, 2 up here, and then 3 down here. So we're gonna go ahead and get those unbolted. All right, so we got a pair of 9/16 here. See if we can use my wrench to get it off. Now these 2 here, top one is shorter than the bottom one, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark them before I go ahead and forget which one was where, because I know it's not getting put back together tomorrow. I call this one the bottom. Inner. And this one, the top inner. And there's 2 more back here. I'm gonna call those the outers, just because that's my naming convention. Again, nice and loose. Good to see. Alrighty, we've got our 2 inners out. These are loosened, and I've got these 2 tucked in here. So what I'm gonna do, loosen this one, take it out, loosen this one most of the way, take a top one out, then have the last two barely held on so they come out pretty easily, and I can go ahead and support that door. But I'm going to come back in a bit because the wife just showed up with Chinese food for supper. So y'all going to have to wait till I come back after supper. Bye-bye. All right, folks, we are back. Chinese food, Chinese coma are done. Kids are in bed, and time to get back in the shop for a little bit. So we're going to try and get the driver's side door off of here and maybe even the passenger side. So let's get these last couple of bolts out. Got one left down here. Both of them are up here still. I'm going to go ahead and take this one out first. Now, I'm thinking the door might just flat out fall off. So I'm going to move my tire in here. Be a little more prepared if I want to go for a ride. So let's go ahead and take this bottom one off here. Out all the way. We will mark these the same way we did with the other ones. Just a minute. All right, this is going to be heavy, I assume. Oh, not as bad as I thought. Still pretty heavy though. There we go. Look at that. Now let me get something to put it on. Pick up Mr. Door. It's almost a team lift item. There we go. Door number one. Now everything inside looks to be complete and in pretty good shape too, so that's nice. This, albeit plastic, is not cracked. It can be cleaned up a little bit. That's not a problem. This can be polished up. Down here, door seals, not bad, but I think we're going to replace them just because we're repainting everything. We'll see if these are stuck in versus stuck on. Maybe we'll talk to Darren, but I think for the cost of what they are, it's probably best just to redo them so they're nice new seals and aren't dried and cracked anywhere. Bottom here, just a little bit of surface nasties right here. We'll be able to get rid of that without a whole lot of effort. Clean that up. Yeah, most of it just looks like dirt. Maybe a little surface rusties, but nothing bad at all. Bolts here. Yeah, so this will come off. Lots of little screws here I'm going to lose. This is the part here I thought was a little stiff and hard up here. And then this window seal on the top of the panel. So door lock, that works good. Over here the mechanism is good to go. We've got our VIN sticker, so that's kind of cool. Date of manufacture, 12 of 72, 4,600 pounds. Let's see. Alrighty. Now we got the inside to look at. It's still dark in here. Oh. Alrighty. So we can look along the door here, and even this looks pretty good. A little crusties down here. I don't think this is filler. Just looks like paint and a little rust. We'll be able to get that cleaned up when we get everything stripped down. Seal here looks good. These window seals look like they've seen better days. Dry and cracked. Again, we'll confirm with Darren if we're going to replace those. Front here looks good. No major rust and stuff here. Some crusties around here. But again, this just looks like panel bond or seam seal, so we'll clean that stuff up anyways. Hinges look good. We'll get those cleaned up, painted, and on. So that's nice. Really, this side seems to be in pretty good shape so far. All right, well, we got the passenger door off. It seems a lot heavier than the driver's door. Any idea why? When I tipped up the door to get it off the car, and it looked like it had, felt like it had some serious weight reduction in there in the form of rust. But again, overall, the inside of the door is not looking too bad. A little rusty, a little crusty, but nothing that's beyond really some surface nasties we can't clear up. Panel itself again is good. Missing a nut or a bolt or a screw or something. Windows good, again horribly tinted, but the nasty side's actually under here. Can't see it quite yet, but if you listen, I'm not going to shake it around too much, but there's definitely some loose stuff in there. So now we've got our doors off. I think we can roll these windows down, right? Yeah, let's do that. There we go. It's looking a little better, huh? Now I'll have to find a place for this roof sometime soon, but I figure now it's the safest place I can be. There we go. Look at that. That back seat in there. Well, you can't see a darn thing because it's dark in there. Why? Because I only have one light. Again, I could use more. We have a Patreon account. You know that? So, now that we've got that off, let's take a look. Oh, grab our light. Kind of Blair Witch Project lighting here. We have our seats. And some crusties on the inside. Looks like there were some mice in here, some little critters. We've got a couple of bolts to pull out. And we'll get rid of these seats. So let's see if we can do that. All right, gang. One last thing, wrapping up for tonight, before it's the next day for me and probably the same day for you, is I wanted to get these seats out. They have 4 half-inch bolts from underneath. You get 2 right here, 4 of them for each seat. And if we're lucky, the seats pretty much just lift right out. Look at that. Hold on. All right, here's our driver. More stuff. One seat. All right, let's see if we can get our passenger out. Up and out just like that. All right. Well, let's see what else we got in here. We've got some parts, a belt, a mirror, keep him, excuse me, part of a shop vac. Oh. Some nice musty smelling stuff, some trim, seat back for the passenger side. Yeah. An ashtray or something back here. These are parts for the armrest. Lock for the console. Yeah, mice have been in here at one point in time. Ooh, ooh, what's down there? All right, let's see real quick if we can pull this rear seat out. There we go. Back out. There we go. Is that the actual seat itself? Oh, look at that. There are trims. Roll of electrical tape. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Got some weight reduction. Yeah, we got some weight reduction there. We'll have to fix that. Alrighty. Here's what's hiding around in the back. You can see a little better. And back of the tub here looks pretty good. Looks like there's been some critter munchies back here. We'll get those cleaned out. Some speaker wires. We'll run those the right way when we put everything back together. Looks like some Domino's coupons over there. That's kind of neat. But under here, look at that. There is some weight reduction up there. See if I can shove it all the way up there. There we go, look at that weight reduction. So for an evening's work here, getting the doors off, getting the seat stripped out, I think is a pretty decent achievement for an old man like me. So our next spot here, we're gonna work on getting the rest of the inside panels off, the carpet, door sills, and try and get the headliner out. I'm gonna leave the dash for right now because we still got to move the car around some. So as I'm going to be sitting on a bucket or something, but I want to just make sure we can still get the car up and back to the garage because that's going to have to happen to get the bracing welded in. So I'll have to see how I can do that around the dash and then take it out afterwards. So I've got the ignition and steering column and everything. But for now, it is time for me to go to bed. We will come back with the rest of this segment after these overnight naps.